Hey, what is up guys, Renz Dagz TV here, and for today's video I will share to you my latest GMS installation guide, which would be a detailed installation guide that would help you install GMS on your Huawei devices the easiest way. So if you're interested, let's go ahead and start. Alright, and so we are back. So in this installation guide, this is the file that we are going to need. It's the rdtvgms.zip file. So sort of like a version 2 of it, but don't worry, this will be the new zip file that we'll be using from now on, which I'll also include it in the description of the last video that I made for you guys, which a lot of you guys have some issues in terms of loading the Play Store. So thus this video will help you simplify it. Okay, so as usual, file will be in the description, or the link will be there to download the file, and so you can extract the file here to your phone or storage, and we will have these files, 7 files on the list. Okay, so for this installation guide, we will have like 4 parts on it. So the first part would be to install the required apps, which will be composed of the apps from 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's going to be the first part. Okay, so make sure to watch this step-by-step process, guys, because there will be things that I will discuss to you as well, what you need to do in order for this to be done successfully and correctly. So the first file here, guys, is the Renz Dagz TV modified micro G to help you add your Google accounts. Okay, so if you have previous GMS installed on your device, make sure that you uninstall the Google Account Manager, Play Services, Contact Sync, Framework, Play Services. So those things should be uninstalled from your device. Okay, so you can start fresh. Alright, so with this file here, we can now add our account. So the first time that you try to attempt to add one, it will close, which is normal. So just launch it again and sign in. Okay, so let me go ahead and add my accounts here, guys. Just one moment. Okay, so it's asking for my password now. Just putting in the password here. And also we'll do this 2-step verification thing, so just give me a sec. Alright, just waiting for the code now. And I have 1. And now it's connecting to the server to add the account, and done. All right, so now to check on it, go to settings, scroll down to users and accounts, and you would see a Google icon here under personal, and then you would see that your account will be on here. So now at this part, guys, if you don't want to let's say add more accounts after the whole process here, make sure that you add all your Google accounts that you'll be needing here. But you don't need to worry though, because if you need to either remove an account and add another one, I will cover that later on as well. So pretty much this file that we're using right now, the modified micro G, will help you do that easier. So make sure you don't delete this app and just hide it inside a folder after the whole process. And again, we'll get to that. So now that the accounts, or the account in my case here, has been added, we can now proceed to install the number 2 and number 3 files, which is the Contact Sync and Play Store. After installing, we can now go ahead and check our accounts again here, and now let it sync your contacts. So just in case that contact sync will not be here to turn on or something like that, make sure to go here under users and accounts, and then on the upper right hand there's 3 dots thing here. Make sure it's auto sync, okay, and then go back here and then turn on the sync manually. If you don't still see it here, then you may need to restart, or if still does not work, then the possibility there would be you probably might have GMS before, but you did a factory reset, so that means you will need to downgrade again to the EMUI 10, so this process will support it. Okay, so once contacts are synced, go back to our files here and install framework. All right, so now the first part is done. Again, the first part is to install the files from 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now the second part of this process would be to make sure that Play Store will load. So again, in the previous video, the guide that I made for you, some of you guys had trouble loading the Play Store, so this number 5 file here will help you do that. So just install this one, and once done, you can open Play Store, and 99.9% Play Store will load just fine with this file here. So just make sure to refresh or close reopen if you need to, and you will notice that you will get or start to get these requires an action notification thing, which is a good sign, because that definitely will tell you that Play Store will load. So you just need to either open and close it or restart your phone. That's totally up to you, or reinstall it. But the main goal here for the second part would be to make sure that Play Store will load the apps. Okay, so definitely you should not see any server error here, and the moment that it loads, then we're done on the second part. Okay, so now the third part, guys, is to remove or get rid of the requires an action notifications, this annoying notifications that keeps on popping up here. Okay, so to do that, guys, go to settings, apps, and then search for GU, like for Google, and then show system processes here, so it will expose the Google Services Framework. Now for the framework here, guys, you need to clear the data. So if it's recomputing size, just make sure to wait for it. Eventually it will clear the data. So right after it clears the data successfully, close and reopen Play Store, and you will notice that Play Store will stop working. It will give you an error like this. Okay, so if it keeps on loading the app still, just close, reopen it, and then navigate to any tabs, and then if it still loads up, go back to your framework, and notice that if the total size of the storage will be at 600 something kilobytes, you need to clear the data again. It should be below 300 or below 400, around that. Okay, and then close, reopen Play Store again, and it should give you an error, and then immediately go to your files and install the number 6 file, which is to remove the required an action notifications. So what you should be noticing here, guys, is that the moment that you install this file here, Play Store should stop giving you the requires an action notifications. So clear the notifications first, and then close, reopen Play Store until Play Store will load the apps again. Okay, so the goal here, guys, is to remove the requires an action notifications. When you close, reopen Play Store, it should not give you that errors anymore, and also Play Store should load the apps. Now sometimes Play Store will not load or still give you the server error, even though the annoying notifications are gone. That only means that you will have to reinstall file number 6 until Play Store will start to load again. Okay, now if it happens that in the process that you're trying to make the Play Store load by reinstalling the number 6 file and the pop-up notification starts again, then you will need to go back to the part 2 or part 3 rather, which is to use the number 6 file to remove that annoying notifications. Okay, until the notifications will be gone and Play Store will load again just fine is when you are done with the part 3. All right, now that Play Store is able to load the applications here on my end and no more notifications that says requires an action, we can now proceed to the part 4 of this process, which is the last part, which is also involving uninstalling the Play services. So just uninstall it right away and replacing it with the last file, which is the number 7 file that says done, because we are supposed to be done here. So 90% you should be good at this part. Okay, it should be done already. But in any case that you will start to receive again the requires an action notifications, then you have to go back to the part 3, which is to remove that error. But if you're getting the Play Protect error, that's a different thing. So you will have to go back to the part 2, which is to use the number 5 file to make sure that Play Store will load, and then moving forward again to the next steps or next parts. Okay, so at this point guys, we have done installing the last file, which should be the last step, and you can start to try closing or reopening Play Store to make sure no errors will come up. And if that would be the case, then everything should be good. Now we can start to install applications like YouTube, Maps, I'll just do those two so the video will not get lengthened so much. So let's wait. Okay, YouTube has been installed successfully here. Now I can play videos and all that. Everything is good. Now we're just waiting for Google Maps to get installed successfully here. And let's see, so Maps installed. Let me open it up. Close, reopen, and everything is good. Okay, so there you go guys. Now once you're done, make sure to go back to Play Store, which right now it's updating. That's fine. If it does that, nothing to worry, just wait for it and open it until it's done updating. So the last thing that you need to do here guys is to go to Play Protect and turn off this one here. Okay, so you don't really need to you know, keep on checking on it from time to time really, but so long as you know, probably if you just remember, and then you can go to this part here, you can just make sure it's turned on as well. Yeah, I mean turn off rather, sorry for the confusion there. So just turn it off, that's it. So now that we're done with the installation part guys, everything is good. You can even try to restart your phone and see if Google will still work without any errors. So if no errors anymore, everything will be good and you're done. Okay, now this part here guys is for the question on how you could remove add accounts after the fact. Okay, so remember I told you guys that with this modified micro G here that we're using right now, it will make your life easier to add Google accounts. So here's what you need to do. So in case of you need to add more accounts, go to settings, apps, and uninstall services. Don't touch anything else, just like that. Okay, and then open this micro G app, which is the Renz Dagz TV modified micro G app. Go to account, sign in, and start adding your account. So in my case here, I'll add my second account. And by the way, just to let you see first, my account here, okay, I only have one. All right, so now we are trying to add another one, which I will be logging in right now. All right, waiting for it. Agree, and done. Now let's check. Go to settings, users and accounts, Google, and as you can see, I have now the new account that I've just added. So definitely you can remove and add more accounts if you would like to, but the most important thing is that you do that after you uninstall the Play services, which we just did, okay, that I showed you. And then after adding the accounts, once you're all set up again, go back to the files and then use the number 7 file to install back as the last step. So let's wait for it. All right, it's done. So let's go ahead and check again here under users and accounts. All right, now don't worry guys if as of the meantime it doesn't have the accounts or items here to sync with. That's just normal. It will be there when we go back after we restart. But for this video here guys, everything is set up, so everything's looking good. Now let's try to open Play Store. Just keep on opening and closing, reopening it rather. All right, everything is good there. How about YouTube? All right, it loads up just fine and good. Maps, just close, reopening here to refresh it. Just want to make sure that it works perfect. There you go guys. All right, perfect. So once everything is good, you have followed all the steps and you reach this part wherein you don't have any errors anymore, and Play Store opens up just totally fine. You can install apps and your apps are working, then you are good. Okay, so I hope guys that this video has made your life easier in terms of installing your GMS to your Huawei devices. Of course, for selected supported devices, I may probably, if I have time, I will put some of the supported devices on the description of this video, so you can check out if your device is one of them. But again, if you haven't done this before and it's going to be the first time to install GMS on your mobile device, you will still need to downgrade the system to EMUI 10 to support LZ Play, and I'll put the links of the other tutorials that you will need as well in terms of downgrading, installing the LZ Play, and then back to this video to install GMS, and pretty much that's it. So what do you think guys? Make sure to like this video if you like it, comment down as well, and as usual, thank you very much for watching this video. And for those who are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell so you will be notified with my new videos. And again guys, once again, thank you for supporting this channel, and definitely will see you on the next one. Peace. Hello my friends, Renz Dagz TV here, and if you like my video, please smash that like button, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your help. Here's how you do it. Boom. Bada bing bada boom. And if you are on your phone, here's how you do it. Boom. Bada bing bada boom. Thank you and see ya in my next videos. Peace.